Marry me. This is just so incredible. Kia ora and welcome back. My name's ZoeStibi, your vocal coach today, and welcome back to my channel where I hopefully teach you about how to sing like your favorite artist. Well, I do my absolute best anyway. I've also got a whole bunch of vocal warm-ups and vocal tips and technique videos. There's also some freebies. I'm getting tongue-tied today. There's also some freebies available down in the description, including my online course. So go and check it out. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Cakra Khan singing Tennessee Whisky. Let's see what he's up to with his vocal technique.
Listen, never let your glass empty. Ever. I used to spend my nights out in a barroom. Liquor was the only love I know. But when you rescue me from reaching for the bottom and drown me back from being too far gone, you're smooth.
I think I just found my new love. I'm speechless. Let's just go and have another listen to that. That's just stunning.
Never let your glass empty. Ever. I used to spend my nights out in a barroom. Liquor was the only love I know. But when you rescue me from reaching for the bottom and drown me back from being too far gone.
Stunning. Stunning. Not just because of the effects, though. It's not necessarily about it's just the whole performance, the instrumentation, the band, the feeling, the song, the quality of his voice. It's like a whole little package. It's just all wrapped up nicely. But what is he up to with his voice? You heard when he spoke there at the beginning. Let's just have a little recap. When he spoke there.
Listen, never let your glass empty.
So you saw that when he spoke at the beginning, he has like a little bit of constriction in the voice. And you also heard that when he breathed in, you could hear, like it was quite an audible, almost constrained breath when he was breathing in. Now, what that is telling me is that he's creating the sound by making the actual, so inside the throat itself, inside the larynx, so the larynx is sitting here where the vocal folds are. Above the larynx, we have the false vocal folds, and they're like the sides of the inside of your throat. And what he's doing there is he's making them a little bit smaller or narrower in order to create this more constricted sound when he's singing. There's just so much in this sound.
Liquor was the only love I know.
Watch that tongue position.
But when you rescue me from reaching for the bottom and drown me back from being too far gone, you're smooth as Tennesee whiskey. You're sweet as strawberry wine. You're as
fuck out. This is just so incredible. Absolutely wonderful quality to his voice, isn't it? Absolutely cool. Really notice what's happening with the tongue. It's kind of bunching up a little bit. Now, that sort of bunching up of the tongue is going to cause a darker quality of the sound. So you can almost practice it by pulling the tongue back. And I always like to think about it like a Kermit the Frog sound. Now, I'm not saying that he sounds like Kermit the Frog. No, no, no. Don't start getting on the wrong foot. I'm just saying that that's a way that you can play around with the sound of doing that. And it's the only... You can, a couple of singers actually do that. For example, Cakra does this. Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. She's pulling back on the tongue root as well. And so that's something that you can play around with by making fun of the sound. But it's really about exploring the plethora of qualities that can be made with the tongue. Now, the tongue is really important when it comes to singing. So check out my freebie available in the description below, because honestly, if you get the tongue position right, you'll just be able to sing really, really fucking high and really loud and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, check it out in the description below. But let's keep enjoying, because, dude, marry me. Marry that girl.
And I look for love in all the same old places. For the bottom of a bottle, always dry. But when you pour out your heart, I didn't waste it. No, I won't. Yes, 'cause there's nothing like your love to get me high. You're smooth as Tennesey whiskey. You're sweet as strawberry wine. You're smart.
Okay, I'm sorry I cut that off in the middle of the chorus, but did you notice there when he goes into the chorus, he's not pulling back on the tongue as much, and the quality kind of changes. It becomes a little bit more clear, you could say. So again, that's really ringing bells. That's saying, okay, that sort of, you're as sweet is being created by a sort of more forward tongue position, and the beginning of the song, or even the second verse as well, is being created by that tongue pulling back in the mouth. Now, you can see that he lifted the chin. That's probably just for the show as well. He doesn't necessarily need to lift the chin up, but it is a really cool kind of trick, you could say, if you are looking to create a thicker vocal fold sound further up in the range. I get singers to look up at the ceiling, and what that's going to do is it's going to arrest this forward tipping movement of the larynx. So you're not going to go ah, you're going to go ah, and it's going to be much easier for you to keep that thicker vocal fold sound further up in the range. Ah, let's keep drawling. We'll go back to the start of the chorus, because that was just rude.
To get me high. You're smooth as Tennesey whiskey. You're sweet as strawberry wine. You're warm as a glass of brandy.
Watch that tongue.
Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. Yeah. Let me introduce you, Raymond, Dizzy, yang megang kamera, Yaya, dan Made yang menggitar. Hey!
What are we going to do? What are we going to do? It's just now amazing. There's so much amazing music out there in the world, isn't it? There's so much amazing music, and I just want to say thank you so much for introducing me to so many artists that I don't know, I've never heard of before, and I can just fall in love with new voices every single time I record a video. And I love music. I love attending concerts. I love live music. There is nothing better in this world. I mean, maybe food and water, but other than food and water and sleep, there's nothing better in this world than going to a live concert that just like fucking rocks your socks off and you just get like bathed in good music. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. That was stunning and new and wonderful. Did you notice that he was really playing around with the mouth shape, playing around with the height of the larynx? So a darker timbre is often created by either rounding the lips, because he went, whoa, I don't know, just as like an example, and is either created by the rounding of the lips, where you're extending the vocal tract by moving the lips forward, or you're extending the vocal tract by taking the larynx down further, and that's going to create a darker timbre. So I can create the same sound with a mid-larynx, try to stay on pitch, and then I can also do it, so there's a difference in the timbre change. Even though I'm really staying on the same pitch, moving the lips, moving the larynx will also have a massive impact on your sounds. But thank you so much for joining me here today. If you want to rock out to more music, then check out my videos here. I'd love to see you around here more often. Let me know down in the comments what you want me to have a look at next. Don't forget, give this video a big thumbs up if you love Cakra Khan, and hit that subscribe button so we can geek out about vocal technique. Have an awesome rest of your day. Mwah! Ka kite anō and happy practicing.